This is a completely non-sponsored review. I just wanted to lay out the things I really like about Epidemic Sound and the things I don't like or wish they had. I think I come at it from a unique perspective because I am a video maker, but I am also a musician and singer-songwriter. Although this is a completely non-sponsored video, full disclosure, there is a link in the description, which is an affiliate link and will give you a 30-day free trial on Epidemic Sound. Feel free to use it or don't. My promise to you though is at the end of the video, you should have a stronger foothold on these 5 different categories that we'll go through with Epidemic Sound. The first one is their music catalog. The second one is the music discovery and search. Third is price. Fourth is licensing. And fifth would be the standout features that really make Epidemic Sound a different royalty-free music site than any of the other royalty-free music sites there are out there. So do stick around for that as well at the end of the video. Number one, the music catalog on Epidemic Sound. They do have the largest music catalog. I think they're adding about 150 songs every week from different creators. And the quality is still high, right? Because then on the other hand, you have some of these other free royalty music sites that give you free music to download. For example, the YouTube Music Sound Library or Free Music Archive. I believe the music and the music catalog on Epidemic Sound is unique and not everywhere else. Some of the sounds on Artlist, if you're a creator and you put your music on the Artlist royalty music free site, I believe you can also be selling this music elsewhere as well. That's just a different terms and conditions that each of these sites have, which is a pro for Epidemic Sound because they can then say that their music catalog is completely unique. And I've always found that the sounds are unique and the sounds are at a quality level in terms of actually what you hear on Spotify and Apple Music. The search and discovery of music, how easy or difficult is it to find music that is good for the video you're looking to make. There are a couple different things that are happening on Epidemic Sound versus some other sites. For example, most sites are tagging by genre and by mood and by tempo and length and these very standard filter terms, where I think the difference lies is in how the design of those filters comes into play. I did find that Artlist was the best design until about 1 or 2 months ago when Epidemic Sound did a redesign, and now I think Epidemic Sound is at the top of their game. Let's start with moods first. Epic track. Dreamy. Actually switch over to genres and go beats, which gives us 5 songs with those tagged filters. I can easily see that I have filters selected in moods and genres, and then I can easily be clicking these X's here to take those filters off to increase the amount of songs available within that search. For example, in some other royalty-free music sites, those nested terms are hidden within the navigation and it's not easy to see outright like this. So I do find that although the filters are the same across all the royalty-free music sites, that Epidemic Sound in its current state and maybe for the next year or so will be the top runner for how they lay out these filters. Let's move on to some of the other search and discovery features inside Epidemic Sound, where if we're actually going through these tracks now, easy play buttons on the side here, and we like this Need You Back song with this, which is an instrumental version under Dreamy, Laid Back and Beats. We like this song, but it just is not hitting the vibe for us. There's a couple things we can do. We can press this 2 circle icon here, which will give us songs that sound similar to this Need You Back instrumental. So we can go through these similar tracks and maybe we like one better than the Need You Back song. Or we can go back here and we can also be clicking this download button and then have the option to download all stems. What I find, if I don't like a track, usually it's like the one thing about the track I don't really like. So we have the option to download the stems, which are the respective instruments in the track. So if you don't like the drums, you can take that out and use every other part in the song. Sometimes you just want a bass line, or sometimes you just want a beat to give a bit of the video energy. Besides music, we have search for sound effects, which is more or less the same minus some things. For example, in sound effects, we don't have this find similar option. Let's take a look at the third category now, which is price. Fairly straightforward as well. We have this personal plan, which is great if you are just a YouTube creator and you just want to have sounds for one channel. You are covered for monetization, which is great. So if you download a song and you can make money from that video. You can turn on YouTube monetization. The next plan on top of that is the commercial plan at 49 euros a month or 299 euros per year. If you're a filmmaker, you're covered for their accounts. So if they're making a video and that sound, Epidemic sound, is on their account, you're covered for that because it's under your commercial plan. Let's move on to the next category, which is licensing. If you're a YouTube creator, the licensing is based on your channel. And so as you mentioned, if you have one YouTube channel, then you can get one personal account for one YouTube channel. If you want to license more music for other channels, then you have to up your plan. What happens if you don't pay for Epidemic Sound anymore and you still have this downloaded sound library on your MacBook or whatever? Well, you can't use those songs anymore. If you do decide to use them, you will risk getting that copyright complaint. If you're a freelancer and you don't really care about social channels at all, you don't have a YouTube channel, you're not a creator at all in terms of the social aspect, but you're more of a freelancer doing specific video projects for other clients, maybe you also want to be looking at some other royalty-free music sites like Artlist. The last category, let's recap on some of the standout features that I really like about using Epidemic Sound, and I rely on Epidemic Sound for these features because no other platform has them. The first one being the Find Similar button. I use it a lot when I find a song that's just not the right fit. And then the latter one being the stems, and I use the stems almost all the time. I'm downloading stems instead of the full mix because I like to customize. What you don't like about it and what you do like about it, please put it in the comments. Prove me wrong at all in any point of this video. If you want to hear some of my own music, it's all available on Spotify and Apple Music. Unfortunately, it's not on Epidemic Sound. I haven't actually given them my music at all. Please feel free to subscribe and hope to see you in the next video.